I missed the first DMR and C4 FM. Probably not this DMR and the D-Star nets because I was doing. Didn't remember. Getting old. Do we have any emergency or party traffic? Nope, didn't think so. If there is 911 first, it's just 911. I did say 911. And call us if you can't do that, or call us. That may be broken any time for that. For information on that, you can go right now to YouTube and see the screen on my radio. And you can other stations besides me. You can hear other stations you might not otherwise hear. You can also go to YouTube under MJ Simplex from MJ Simplexton Net, and all you can see is me though, and a microphone, and me blathering on here. 146.415.net, 146.415 for Simplex information. You can also go to groups.io, put MJSS in their search box. On YouTube, you would just put in the K4PEW, you might call. I don't think I mentioned that. And IO, yeah, we have email there. You know, you can pass information, technical and sales information on ham radio equipment, etc. And through that, there was about almost 200 people in there. Not normally, or you can contact me for whatever reason, I'm not sure. At arrl.net. Net normally meets at 8 p.m. every Wednesday and Saturday night. And tonight we're doing the nets on nights. By the way, this is 8. We're starting from the north, but we're also going to be doing this down 2 meters that we're starting from the north. And we're moving over to 1, and then moving on from there to 50.135, and then from there to 51 to 23.415. Now that I've got myself confused, I kind of ran in here, did this in a rush. I didn't finish my day. Let's see, where was I? Oh yeah, purpose of it is to have fun. That's really what a ham radio is supposed to be out. You can also be a service, but you can't be a good unless you have a good station. Without a good station, you're not worth duty as a ham radio operator. And being a good ham radio is going to help your family. It's going to help, hopefully, in an emergency, if you did have a dire emergency in the family, as well as the whole community. You become an asset to the community as a communicator and a reporter of troubles. But as far as the announcements, I told you about the nets. We had a nice breakfast this morning over at Golden Corral. People show up, but you know, I think people 6, 8 a.m. early in the morning for most people any day, or Saturdays anyway. That's their first day off for people that are still working, and I'm not working. Let's see, anything else? Anybody have any other announcements or information I need to pass on other than Sunday nights, 10 meter net at 7:30 p.m. 10 meter net on 28.415 at 7:30 p.m. And it should be handled by Michael, KM4YRF. If he's not there, I'll do it. He had surgery, so I'm not sure what stage of recuperation he's in. I haven't heard from him today, but I'm sure he's doing fine. At least I think he is. Announcements. All righty. We're going to be starting then with people short on time, mobile, or first-time call-ins. So please call now. I'm looking short on time, mobile, or first-time check-ins. I guess we didn't have any of those. So we'll just start from the north then. Please come now. Nobody from north. Please come out.
Well, I guess I'll jump in. Be 2 or 3 there, but oh well. 84 VW, ain't your town best place.
Hey, Carlin, just straighten out the world with Steve.
Yeah, we sat there and jibber jabbered there for a couple of minutes.
Oh, I only heard it in the background. I heard you. Yeah, it seems like the whole world's going to hell in a handbasket sometimes.
Now he was talking about high prices. High prices, everything's going up. Joe Biden said it was all coming down. The inflation was coming down. You can have low inflation but high in prices. I've never studied that math or in economics.
Now, the concept is he's sitting up high and we're down low, so it looks low to him.
Yeah, 54,000 a year in Social Security. Then you get your presidential pay, and then you get other perks that go along with that, legal and mostly illegal. You don't see nothing wrong.
Not to mention his Ford endorsement franchise.
Yeah, it's just that's the biggest joke ever. Get this United States is sitting right up there in that White House.
Yeah, I do. I don't know anybody that really doesn't have doubts. And if they don't have doubts, they're lying. Anyway, anything else for the net, Carl?
I hope everybody's warm. I don't know how warm it got out there. I hadn't looked at this and see what it was or like that. So it looked like it was a nice day. Anyhow, but no, I ain't got nothing else. Hope everybody enjoys the net, and I'll turn it back over to you, KD4 VW.
Very good. That's Angeltown area, Kilo Delta 4 Victor Uniform Whiskey. Who else is north? Over to the west.
KO4 OTV.
Hello, Joel.
Not too bad. Was there no digital nets tonight?
Yeah, there was. I wasn't there for the first one, or first two. Messing around doing something, I forgot about the nets until 25 after the hour.
Okay. Well, I know there were several here, 2 or 3. Greg was one of them, and I tell you, I thought, well, maybe nobody's coming back, and I sat there and waited. And I almost forgot about D-Star, like 2 minutes past the start time, and I keyed up in there, and I couldn't get anybody. So I just figured there was nothing going on.
No, I think it was conditions were scratchy tonight. I know I did the C4 FM net, and it was so I'm presuming it was also on those other 2 digital bands.
Which makes sense because even coming out, I can tell there's static on your signal coming into me. It's bouncing back from full scale, just about heaven there. But yeah, it's not very good tonight.
Yeah, no, I can hear that static on yours as well, which usually isn't there.
Have that usually, so that's something new. Maybe that's a new high rise being put up between us.
Hey, did it occur to you? Are you finished with that project down on?
Which one?
No, the one with the what you call it, the whatever it's called, the one you were working on.
Oh yeah, it's up and running, man. They opened it, I guess they 1 through 4 built out, and they were still working on 5, which really wasn't anything. 5 is just kind of like a little VIP area, the rest of the floors. But yeah, it's up and running. It's open now on I know 1 through 4 definitely. It's a neat bar though, I have to say, which I'll probably never step foot in again unless I have a service call.
Yeah, well, it's got some damage control to do on drinking issues in downtown.
Well, I mean, this isn't the first time that's happened. Kind of when you walk down there on Second, I don't know how familiar you are with Second Avenue and First right there, but it's very. I mean, anybody could easily just step off in it.
Yeah, no, I get it. What I'm saying though is that who's the owner, or at least his name is on the bar down there. I'm not gonna mention on the air. Like 80 or 90% drinking to excess, and then they kick somebody out of the bar who drank to excess, and then he dies.
Music theme anyway. I mean, you think about all the years. I mean, I remember, I've grown up around it, obviously, but that's what it's all about in country music. A lot of that, and you start thinking about what they're singing about. I mean, yeah, that's basically it. I mean, it's part of the culture. I don't know if there'll be a lawsuit over that or not, but It wouldn't surprise me if there was.
Stop the bars from being in any city. You're not going to stop the drinking in any city. You're not going to stop the over drinking in any city, but you can policy be that they call the dude a cab.
Absolutely, and not only that, I mean, where was, you know, I know when we used to go downtown and if somebody wandered off, at least somebody would, come with them or, try to stop them. But I don't know if those are really his friends or what the deal was with that. That just seemed like the whole other story there, but that was just very odd.
No, the story was, but I'm guessing that there'll be a civil lawsuit against the bar.
Yeah, and that's another, we're down there, and I can't stand being down there anyway. I like to be gone by 2 o'clock because I'm telling you, by 8, 9 in the morning, people are already hammered by 10 a.m.
I'm laughing, but it's not really funny.
No, a couple over the summer we were walking into there, and they come up to us and were like, "Is there any of these bars are open yet?" And it's like 8:30 in the morning. I said, "Well, and I mean they were just die hard. I mean they were just ready to get hammered right then and there. And there's a lot of that down there, and it's all ages, man. When people come to Nashville, man, it's like the go-to thing. It's like let's get as hammered as we can and act a fool. And I mean, by 2 o'clock, it's a madhouse.
Yeah, I think it's all like Olympic training. You got to work your way up to that.
And those stupid pedal taverns. I mean, it's got to be the oddest thing. And I mean, you're almost running into these guys. It's just a nuisance, really. I try to avoid it at all costs if I can, but I tell you, it's that right there. Just don't want to get drunk and have to pedal a bike.
Well, you figure you probably wouldn't be able to, and you just get the workout because you get the workout in spite of you not working because all the others would be working for you.
Yeah, on there that are just along for the ride. And from what I gather is you don't have to pedal. There's apparently a motor on the thing. They'll click that on, and it'll take you to your destination. Is what I'm guessing.
Let's hope the motor don't go and run wild now.
But that's all I got, Paul, and I'll catch you on the next one. KO4 OTV.
Very good. That's Joel. He's up in West. A little noisy, not noisy, just a little bit of hash on there. Who else is? And he's in West Ashland City. Who else is west?
Kilo Delta. 4142.
Oh man, everybody jumped in there. Okay, hold on one second. I had for MKD. That is KO4, I believe. Then we had KD4 CVE. Let me take Greg first.
Good evening. I was one of my hats when I worked for a full service restaurant was being a bar manager, and I did not like it. I don't really like people.
Yeah, that's right. That's why he just threw him out of the bar and fed him to the wolves.
Yeah, at that time it was so out of officer on duty on the busy night. This was just up the road from where y'all get together at the old Charlie's there in Herman, which was like in the mid '90s, late '90s. It was really good and popular. And the first thing decent restaurant coming from out east, coming in I-40 towards Nashville. So yeah, it was the Mount Juliet Drug Fest.
Yeah, I got you. No, it really is horrible. Our culture. I'm not blaming the bar. That our culture promotes excessive drinking.
They sold these what they call fish bowls, this huge beer mug glass bowls, like 2 for 1.
Yeah, no, I get it. But there's I had this idea one time to stop it, to slow down the problems associated with drinking would be no bars can have parking lots.
You drive through, drink in your car.
That's what when I moved to Florida, they did not have an open in the car.
Yeah, I think it's required in New Orleans, isn't it?
Well, they do have I believe they still have drive-through drinking. It even sounds stupid even to say the words, a drive-through liquor bar.
They got those in Louisville. I think in New Orleans, if you get pulled over and you don't have an open drink, you look suspicious and they start checking you out.
That's what you get when you get an open container law, drive-through drinking, and open carry.
There you go. I'll move on. KD4TV.
Very good. That was Greg. That's Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo, and he's in Antioch. And I don't know Greg because he hates people. Oh, that sounds so funny. Anyway, Doug, how are you? Oh, we're doing great. Hold on one second. John, what was I forgot what your second digit is. Is it K4? It isn't K4 JTB, is it?
No, it's 1 because I'm number 1.
Oh, there you go. I should have known that, of course. Anyway, hold on one second. Let me get. And there was somebody else in there too. I think it was Jeff. Anyway, Doug, what's up?
I was just hanging out in the shack playing with my new radio.
Which one did you get?
I got the A2 FT991A.
Oh, you do. That's the one I'm using now, as you can.
Well, I've been wanting one for a long time, and I came across a real steal on one. So I went down to Cleveland this morning and checked it out, and we actually set it up on the tailgate of my truck with a hand stick, made a contact for Fox on the air, and I said, I'll take it.
Yeah, no, it's a nicely. Obviously, you can spend with the Yaesu, I forget what the high-end radio is. It weighs about 65 pounds. I think it's. Or you can get a 991 for, well, brand new for 11 or 1200, or used for less.
Yeah, I was really grateful for the guy telling me for what he did, and I hope it helped him out. But I'm thrilled to death with it. Of course, now I've got to learn how to program it, how to set everything else. And I knew it was a complicated radio, but hey, I'm up for the challenge.
Well, it's not too bad. It like any radio, it just takes getting used to the problem for me is I'm used to, for instance, I'm used to the 991, and if I go back to one of my other radios, I'm all of a sudden I look like an idiot because I don't even remember how to change the frequency,
I know exactly what you mean. I do the same thing. I have, I don't know, 4 or 5 Yaesu radios, and they seem to all operate a little bit different.
Yeah, which other ones do you have?
Oh, I've got the 2980, which is what I normally have. It's here in the shack. I've got a SC100 in my truck, and I've got a, I think, in my.
Yeah, I often, just like on the computers or the radios, either one, I'll like for instance, like on that programming issue with the radio, I'll look at the radio and I go, okay, my first words are, how did I do this last time?
Yeah. In fact, I've gotten to the point that I will make myself little cheat notes and put them in the manual. I try to get a manual for every radio I have, but I'll write my own little notes and put that away in the back. You know, the things that you do repetitively, you'll say, well, I need to do this and I need to do that, instead of perusing that in-depth manual.
Oh yeah, no, it's like with anything else though. Once you get used to it and you get, you become a expert at least on what you're trying to do. I have difficulties when somebody says, or I say to myself, how do I do this feature on this radio? Then I got to pull out the manual.
Yeah, well, I mean, I have learned how to save some channels on there. You know, I have to throw them in memory and set up a couple of repeaters, and that's all going well. Of course, you know, this thing is so fast, and I probably would never use everything, but I like the fact that I do everything on. I do 2 meters and HF on it.
Yeah, no, that is the nice feature about it, because it really is. It's great for parks on the hands and 2 meters 77.
Yeah, I won't take it portable. I use my 891 for that. That's one I use most of the time. But you know, it's going to be my shack radio now.
Oh, cool. Well, I'm glad you got a good deal, and I'm glad you like it, at least so far. If you have any questions, I might have a right answer for you.
All right, I may take you up on that. But anyway, 73 to everybody. I hope everyone's having a good weekend. Remember,
Yeah, very good. You're right. It is. That was Doug KO4 Mike Kilo Delta, and he is and I forgot again, Greenbrier.
Winner chicken dinner.
I can't believe I got it right. Tonight's been an awful night for me because I was speeding along and then realized I missed the first digital nets like an idiot. Well, you also got that the C4 FM on that radio, which means you can check in on the Saturday night nets. It's no big deal, really. Once you look at the manual, even makes it simple. It's not complicated at all. Like I said, call somebody else. No, I don't do that. That was Doug. Kilo Oscar for Mike Kilo Delta. John there. Go ahead.
Sorry, I couldn't hear the other guy. Didn't interrupt. But if anybody wants a 991 Alpha, I've got one sitting in the barn. I hate that POS.
Okay. Why don't you post it to the group and tell us what you want for it?
I don't even know what they go for now, but I mean, it's only like 2 years old. I don't know, fair market value minus a couple $100. Somebody make an offer, whatever. But where do I do that?
Oh, on the groups.io site.
Yeah, I deleted all that stuff because I've already got doctors and hospitals calling all day, so I kind of had to back out of that. But you can
yeah, do that. That's the best way, and I'll post it for you.
Yeah, run it at Kevin JTB. Nothing else in the net. Just don't buy EA2.
I've had good fortune with mine, but that's not always true for everybody. Anyway, that was John, Kilo 1 Juliet Tango Bravo, and he's in. I forgot where you are. Brentwood. That's too many B words around here. Yeah, well, B too many B areas. Anyway, that was Kilo 1 Juliet Tango Bravo, John in Brentwood. And Jeff, how are you?
I remember that remark. They want to be out.
Very good, John.
I've done a lot for Gianna. So I just kind of hanging out and remembered to get in here. So I'll give you another station for the West Sector.
Yeah, very good. Tell me on your what do you try to do when you have those pollen issues going on with you, that sensitivity? Do you try to wear a mask?
I know it's very good. I do daily irrigation to wash all that stuff out. You know, the over the counter they do much. I mean, they help just a little bit, not much. It's just so bad. I mean, it just blows all that stuff blowing around. Just wheeze and sneeze and I've been dealing with it like I guess since I was a kid. So it was just something I put up with.
Yeah, I got it. Well, my problem is I don't like to take those over-the-counter nasal decongestants. Yeah, because it dries up everything, my eyes, my mouth. It just kills my eyes. I mean, it just dries everything out. I hate it.
Well, I do daily saline irrigation. I got one of those Neil Med, squeeze bottles, salt packs to go with it, which I get to Walmart, the Quake brand, same stuff, different package. Mix it in still water and just rinse out. It goes up one nose, comes one nostril, comes out the other. Just do that, and it kind of rinses everything out. So that helps more than anything.
Yeah, I do it old school. Take table salt, the non-iodine type, the non-iodized table salt, hot water, and a little bit of baking soda as a buffer. It works out great. And try the reason. Did you ever try it without salt water?
Yeah, and it hurts. That like the baking soda and the table salt. That's pretty much a little mixture of baking soda and salt, I guess.
Yeah, no, it's funny when if you don't use salt, it almost feels like you're drowning.
Yeah, it's very uncomfortable. So salt, and the baking soda acts as a buffer. It's just kind of relieving in a way.
Oh, I've done it. They don't have the same problems, but I know what you're saying. It's a real relief doing that nasal irrigation. Okay, we're going to go on with our health net. Yankee Ford Golf. He's in Madison, talking about the pollen issues and those sensitivities. I've had them too. So not necessarily. I've had other. Yeah, and that's saline really works good. Anyway, who else is out there?
Don't do aspirin, it's addictive.
No.
Yeah, I figured that real quick and got off it. Best thing out there, I think, is Flonase.
That same problem.
Now, Flonase is good stuff, and I get the generic stuff on Amazon because it's not.
I'll have to give that a shot if I have issues. No, I used to take it before I went to bed because it helped me breathe. Because when I laid down, it's hard for me to breathe. And I end up breathing through my mouth, and my mouth dries out, and I wake up like it felt like the Polish Army marched through it overnight. I heard Tony there, but there was a double. Hold on a minute, Tony. What did you say, Greg? Or what were you just finishing up on? Flonase, all right.
Yeah, what were you talking about using aspirin at night?
Well, it wasn't Afrin. It was one of those normal over-the-counter decongestants, they're putting up your nose.
Yeah, anyway. Sorry to back in, Katie, for CD.
That's all right. Anyway, Tony, would you care to say?
Well, I guess I'm checking in. No, I like that Navage. My son got that gadget you see on TV, and you put all buttons, and it runs warm salt water up and around, and then it sucks it back out again. It's really great. And they also have eucalyptus pods, which are like salt pods on crack. I mean, you want to get opened up, that eucalyptus pod will get you running free and wild.
Question, Tony.
Go ahead.
Do you have to, on the Navage, don't you have to have some to operate?
I have to have what? Say again. You're breaking up just a little.
Can you run it? Can you run a pod in it?
No, you can't. It's got a little switch in there. I guess you could jury rig it some way to keep that fool the thing into making it think it had a pod in it, I guess, but it's not designed that way.
Yeah, that's why I don't use mine. I've never used it because I don't like that. But anyway, I've got other machines. Anyway, I put it in again, KD4CD.
Yeah, well, just to cap that off, I use that neti pot, which I'm sure most of you are familiar with. You just mix up your own salt water and buffered with a little bit of baking soda, not baking powder. That'll make your head rise. Baking soda. And then you one nostril and it comes out the other one, and flushes it out. It's manual and gravity fed, no electricity required. Tony, but I understand what you're saying. That would work pretty easy. Yo, Tony.
Oh, I didn't know it was my turn. Sorry.
No, as I said, I can understand how that thing works good, but you have to buy their pods, huh?
Yeah, but they're not that expensive. I mean, I get a case of them for like 20.
Okay, as long as you're happy with it. It doesn't sound like a lot. How many is a case? A few dozen?
Probably 40 or 50. But yeah, I love it. I really. My son, he has nasal issues real bad, and he got me hooked on it. And for the longest time, I was like, yeah, I did the neti pod and all that, yeah. But no, I got one, and I mean, it forces that water up in there, and it vacuums it right out. And oh man, it's clean. I mean, you don't have water running everywhere and dribbling down your cheeks and everything. It's great. I really like it.
So you're not afraid that vacuum's going to suck out your brains? Okay, very good. Anything else for the net?
No.
Very good. That was Tony. He's in Smyrna. Kilo Foxtrot 4, Kilo Foxtrot respiratory net. Who else is west? West or south?
Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor.
Okay, what's your preferred over-the-counter nose flusher?
I don't use any of that. The oak and the elm pollen sets me off, and I just stay inside for those few days. Other than that, I don't have any problems with anything else.
Oh, wow, that's great. Now, it is interesting how some people are adversely. If I've never had problems with pollen ever, ever. And I'm amazed that other people do.
Well, I just noticed anytime I did, the oak and the elm were real high, and but any other thing that doesn't really seem to bother me. And I'm out there in the garden a lot.
Yeah, I know you are. That's what I'm saying. It seems to me to be, if anything, you'd have problems with all kinds of pollen, but it's just not true.
No, and anyway, I'll, let's see. You were talking about just drinking songs. How about Taylor Swift? Her songs are about choice in men. All her songs are about her bad choices in men, and she says, "Vote for Joe Biden."
Well, that kind of goes right along.
Yes, it fits right in.
Yeah, well, I think we know which side of the fence she's on.
I think so. Anyway,
Nelson, Kilo, Gulf 4, India, Lima, Victor. Who else is West?
Kilo 4, Alpha November.
Hey, Clint, good to have you in there tonight and this morning.
Yeah, I'm glad I finally got to make one of the breakfasts. Lucky I had the day off.
Yeah, tell me. Well, no, I'm not going to ask you. I'll ask you personally. I was going to ask you how you out of the Madison department, but just tell me you like it.
That's all right. Pay the bills.
Okay, just curious. I mentioned to my wife about that. She goes, "Oh, he's got to have a terrible time up there." So, well, it's a chosen profession. What do you want from me?
Yeah, I got 3 ex-wives too, so you can just chalk it up to stupid all the way around.
3 ex-wives or 2 ex-wives?
Sadly, 3.
Okay, yes, yeah, I'm on my 3rd wife. I know a fella. I served in the military. 7th wife. I wasn't the least bit surprised.
Yeah, and remember, I'm a Marine too, so it all adds up if you really look at it.
Oh, I guess. I don't know. I'm not very judgmental about that because one of the difficulties we have in our society is that women do not feel like they need protection anymore, and they don't need our help. And they just say, well, if I can't resolve these family issues or these relationship issues, I just go on my own.
Yeah, that's very true. But oh, hey, tagging on to the 991 thing, I am also using a 991.
Yep. Now you can have any radio that somebody says they don't like or do like, and I've kind of heard it both ways on a lot of radios, so I'm not surprised that somebody does or doesn't like it. And I know some people who have had problems with the 991, but they were sent back to the factory, and the factory resolved them.
Yeah, I think it's Ford versus Chevy with the whole ICOM and Yaesu thing, but it works for me, so I figured I'd add one positive tick to it.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sitting working on it now. I've had this since, I forget, I'd have to look on the thing. I've had it for, I want to say 4 or 5 years now. It's decent radio. I mean, it really is, and it's the only problem I have with it is, so to speak, the only real problem I have with its functionality is that all the your are right around the VFO, and you can't touch any of the. I can't touch any of those buttons without messing with the VFO. I have to put it on lock in order to.
Yeah, I got the same one. I got the fat fingers over here.
I'll just call them clumsy in my case. I can reach out. Oh, I changed it again. And every time if you're on and as you know, if you're on a saved frequency, and you hit it, all of a sudden it goes off the frequency. So then you got to go back and hit that little button again, and be careful not to hit the VFO again.
Yeah, more than once I've been listening to something, all of a sudden I reach over, adjust something, and why does it sound off? Oh, that's why. But well, I'll pass to the next.
Very good. That's Clint. Yeah, it's Kilo 4 Alpha November Mike, and he is in Old Hickory. Who else is west or south? Okay, we'll go over the east. Oh, very good. I'm sorry, Larry. I didn't catch you quick enough. It was Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor. You doing all right? And you had a good net, I take it, on D-Star with that 5 numbers? Very good. That's Larry. He is in Rockville, Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor. Who else is south or east? South or east or anywhere?
Take you where I can. Good evening, Paul.
KQ4IKN. This has to be is this Carlos?
Yes, sir. Good evening. Just checking in tonight. How are you doing?
Doing great. Unfortunately, it's a 6-meter night, and you wanted to work on 10 meters for a second. We can do it later or tomorrow if you like.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I was receiving pretty good. The band was pretty open today. So just want to we could do that tomorrow, whatever. I'm able to go on 6 meters as well. So.
About the 10, or were you more concerned about the 10?
Well, just more concerned about the lower bands in general. I'm pretty good with 40 and 20 and 40 and 80, but the lower bands is where I'm having issues.
I got you. Everything else going well with you?
Yeah, everything's good. Just the wife and I are getting ready to, on Thursday, we're going to go out to California to visit some friends, so we're looking forward to that. Going to spend Easter out there and be gone for a week. It'll be good to get a break from work and stuff, so we're looking forward to that.
Yeah, the only problem going to California is it's a long flight.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. About 4.5 hours from here.
Where are you going to California?
Going out to LA.
Yeah, the night is you catch a lot of good weather.
Yes, and I know you've lived in Florida, and I'm from Florida originally, so that is for sure. But yeah, looking forward to get out there and enjoy the nice weather and be with.
Oh, for sure. I hope you have a good trip. When are you leaving? Thursday, you said?
Yep, Thursday afternoon.
Wow. Where did you? I'm just wondering, since this week is Palm Sunday, Easter Sunday, did it mess up how much the flight cost to travel?
Well, no, actually, we had canceled the trip that we had for last fall, and we got some credit, so we're flying Southwest.
Okay. Well, Southwest got decent fares, and their wheels don't fall off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, very good. That was for India, Kilo November, and he is in Hermitage. Who else is west? Or anywhere.
For LLC.
I did it again. You got cut off there, Logan. That was Kilo 4 Lima Charlie, right?
Negative November 4 Lima Charlie.
I did it again. I inserted the wrong letter, but no, you got all I heard was the Lima Charlie. I screwed it up.
Yeah, come in. Yeah, fire. Stepped in for a minute to give you another number.
Ah, very good. How big a bonfire? Well, bonfires are really big.
It's not too big. I'd say it's more.
Yeah, because I've seen some. I'm trying to remember. I have been at a big bonfire, but it was, oh gosh, the lumber piled up was like about 6-8 feet tall of lumber. All stacked. Flames would be up 20 feet.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Now those are fun. Yeah, we have a low one outside. Good weather to do it. Fall time and then the springtime when it's still cooler during the nighttime. So getting it today before it gets too hot.
And right now there's no skeeters.
Yeah, copy that. Yeah, it's the perfect weather for all that.
Yeah, very good. Anything else good for the net, Logan?
Nothing else. Taking it back. N4 LLC.
Very good. That's Logan in Lebanon, November 4, Lima Charlie. Who else is any place anywhere?
WB0
See, we started out in North, so you're on the second try there, Mark.
Yeah, well, I was a little late getting there, and I think I keyed up Logan. One of those doubles that you realize it just as you're pushing on the button.
Oh yeah. Well, in the amateur world, it's only when it's what do you call it, malicious interference when it matters. If it's accidental, nobody cares.
Right. Actually, I did it on purpose.
Well, I think you know you better than that.
Yep. I got grandson visiting for tonight, so we've been eating Chick-fil-A and drinking milkshakes and watching silly TV shows.
Yeah, it's funny how I know what you would have been used to as a young person watching radio or listening to radio, watching TV. And even now, if I see some of those kids shows, they all look stupid to me.
Well, that's because they are pretty much. They're characters that don't resemble any living being. There's, just things with one eyes and four legs. Who knows?
Well, I know that SpongeBob SquarePants, that's one of them.
I haven't seen him tonight. Don't bring it up.
And when my youngest son, who is now 37 or 38, yeah, I think he's 38 this year. When he was young, under the age of like 5, a Teenage Ninja Mutant Turtles came out, and I saw that either the TV show or the ad for it or something. I was like, who was the moron who came up with a story like that? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is just plain stupid. Well, the guy was about $50 million because of that stupid cartoon.
Oh yeah, I was I guess a couple of days ago, and ran across Hopalong Cassidy. Remember him? I hadn't heard that name or hadn't seen him in years and years. So I watched one of his little half-hour TV shows. It was pretty hokey, but it was, I think, as good as what they got now. And that, my gosh, that had to be 60, 70 years ago.
Yeah, that was 50s, in the 50s for sure. I was going to expect the Cisco Kid.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. And the Lone Ranger and even Roy Rogers and who was it, Pat Buttram? Was that his, I don't remember whether that was his real name or his show name.
No, his name in the show was Pat, though, I thought. And then the what you call it, and his wife, Dale Evans.
Yeah. And then they had the guy Grumpy, I think they behaved.
Yeah. Well, there was another couple I remembered as you mentioned those. It was Sergeant Preston of the Yukon and
Yep. Well, we can do this all night, but I won't. They don't have a clue what we're talking about out there. So I'll bring up Terry and the Pirates, and then I'll leave WD0 in a while.
No, you're right. It's funny how when you do look back at those old ones, the sets were horrible, the acting was stilted, the everything seemed to be. It was just funny how when you're a kid you didn't care, because what's funny is even with stories, cartoons, forget movies, forget television, things that you read, you fill in the blanks. That looks like, because it just gives a description of where they are, and so you fill it all in. So everybody has a unique experience. But on those old TV shows, the sets were horrible. It's like they all used the same rocks in the background. It was kind of funny when you look at it, but they sucked. I mean, now you look at them, the productions were horrible. Sky King wasn't too bad though. They were really planes were, they showed them from the air and they showed planes flying around. But anyway, that was Mark Whiskey Bravo 0 November Oscar going through reminiscing about the early days. They called it the golden age, but it was more like the black and white, really terrible age of television. Who else has any place anywhere? Hello, Earl. You're not old enough to remember Sky King, are you?
Just barely.
Okay, yeah. It's I know you're 10 or 15 years younger than me. That's why I asked. Or no, not quite 15. I think it's probably 12 or 13 years younger.
Yeah, somewhere along there. Maybe 10.
So how goes it with you?
Kind of slow going right now. Just kind of out, kind of breezy out there. We have a couple of brush highs out here. I'll be third. It's too windy out here in my country.
Oh, it's been breezy, but it was still very pretty, nice and sunny.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So anyway, just I get in where I fit in. Say 73 out there. You want to hear my antenna propagation, taking forward, with the direction.
Very good. That was Earl. He's in Noreen, just east of the Cedars 11 Park. That's Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu. Who else is any place anywhere?
KG4 my Vic.
Oh man, see now we got to close out the show. How are we doing there, Kevin?
Oh, doing pretty good, Paul. Just sitting around and watching all day. I didn't do very much of anything else. I ate a little bit. Come into Rome this morning, but that's about it. Didn't do anything to accomplish anything. I can't talk about anything.
Well, it occurred to me today that I'm a little worried about that artificial intelligence thing because it's going to probably take over. I do, but it'll know how to do that.
The hell, I think it already does.
Anyway, stuff on HF today or yesterday?
No, I didn't do anything substantial. Just picking around, picking my shot, trying to pick people that I can hear and see and whatever.
I think they call that cherry picking.
Yeah.
Yeah, but everything else going all right with the family?
Yeah, everything's fine here. Everybody's doing well. I can't complain. Everybody's kicking. They're not kicking as high, but they're kicking.
Yeah, because my wife is like yours is. Mine's still working, and when she went off for work this afternoon, because she works for, like I told you, she works night, comes home at 2:15 in the morning, 2:20, and then I get to see her for a couple hours in the morning, and then she sleeps till 3, sometimes 4. Today when she left, I go, "Hey, stop by when you can spend more time."
Yeah, see when you get home from work or from I was going to say that, but I guess that was not right.
Yeah, it was. All right, very good. Anything else for the net, Kevin?
Yeah, nothing. No, there's nothing. Just same old stuff every day, Paul. Thanks for letting me come in and pull on you. What?
144.240 upper sideband, 144.240, and then 50.135.
All righty, I'll meet y'all guys around that way.
And then 223.415. You better write it down.
Hell, I might need to. It's windy as it's been today and the yesterday. I think I might need to get out there and turn the antenna. I don't know. I hadn't checked it. Like I said, I hadn't been outside, so I don't know.
It's not it's not a wind indicator for the airport,
Well, it kind of acts that way sometimes. I don't know. Sometimes.
Well, that's right. Maybe they just come over and they fly over and oh yeah, there's Kevin's windsock.
Yeah, I think they do, and if they do, I think they probably use that. I wonder if I could get any kind of compensation for that.
I think I'd send a bill over to the airport.
Yeah, you can get it sent back to him with rock clinic.
I'm sure, and a sheriff.
Yeah, right. All right. Well, I'll get out of here. Take you forward, I think.
Very good. That's Kevin. Kilo Golf 4, Mike India Zulu. Who else is out there? Any place? Oh, by the way, he's in Lebanon. Who else? Any place anywhere?
Okay, I'm Corey Cutie.
I think. Stan, I haven't heard from you in a couple of weeks. You doing okay?
Yeah, doing pretty good, Paul. I'm coming over the past few days. Doing pretty good.
Nothing serious, I hope.
Yeah, I'm doing okay.
Well, very good. Doing any good work on HF?
No, not really. I've kind of been messing with some great 4-line twins that I bought recently, but other than that, I haven't done much on it yet.
Well, very good. Nothing good for the net then, huh?
No, afraid not, Paul.
All right, sounds good. Hope to hear from you again, Stan. That was Stan. He's in Lebanon. Kilo Mike 4. Who else? Righty. We're gonna have to call for the. We're going for the going deep in the well here for sandbags, lollygaggers, lurkers, hackers, repeater chunkers, scanner listeners, and the lizard people. Can't even drag those out of the woodwork. Well, very good. I don't know how many we had. Hold on one second. Well, 17 people in there tonight. We're going to move over to 144.240. 140. We'll see you there. K4PW. This is Kilo 4 Pop Echo Whiskey with the net on 144.240. Looking for people from the north. Please come now. Nobody from the north tonight? I'm not hearing anybody. Anybody from the west? All right, I got Greg in there. Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. I think it was a double from the west.
For India Lima Victor.
All right, very good. It's Jack and Donaldson, Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor. Who was the other station?
Kilo Delta.
Ah, very good. So you're making that 991 do its work, are you, Doug?
Oh yeah, having a lot of fun.
Very good. It's Kilo Oscar 4, Mike Kilo Delta on up there from Greenbrier. Who else is west?
Kilo 4 Alpha November Mike.
Very good. We've got Clint there in what you call Old Hickory. That's Kilo 4 Alpha November Mike. Who else is west? West or south? West or south, please come out. Or east? Very good. We've got Earl in there. Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu and Noreen. Kilo Echo. Good signal on sideband. Who else is any place anywhere?
G4 Mike.
Ah, you sound really, Kevin.
Well, thanks, Paul. You sounded really well over here. Sitting here.
Ah, very good. But you're still on the vertical, so you don't. It doesn't spin around, does it?
No, it's just old vertical on that.
That's what we're calling them now. Spinners, like kids, you know.
That's right. We can spin it up, spin it around, see where it would.
Very good. And again, that was Kevin. Kilo Go for Mike, India Zulu, and Lebanon. Who else is east or anywhere? Ah, very good, Stan. Stan, you sound very good tonight. That's Kilo Mike 4 Hotel Quebec Echo, and he's also in Lebanon, a little bit north of Town Circle, I think they call it now. Who else? Any place, anywhere? Where? Okay, very good. We're going to be moving over to 6 meters here in a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Get down into the sideband and also over into the into 6 meters. But that's where we're going to go now is 6 meters. 5. So we'll see you there. Has anybody got hearing a station I can't hear? I swear I hear noise in the background, or voice, I should say. All right, 6 meters it is. Yeah, I saw you in there. Just caught you on there on the Facebook thing. This is a K4PEW with the Mount Juliet Simplex radio net. Here's upper sideband on 50.135. Looking for check-ins. Please come now. Victor Echo, a good signal there tonight. Who else is west? KG4ILV. Greg, were you copying Jack?
No, but I never copied Jack on lock time and header, I believe. But in general, it sounds good tonight.
Yeah, sounds okay. But the Jack was really light to me. But anyway, who Jack? Very good. We got Kilo Oscar 4, Oscar Tango Victor. Which radio, Joel? Oh, yeah, it's a fine radio. Um, I'm trying to remember. About was that one of those?
I got mine with $100 rebate. It was like I paid it for $1,400, but I got mine for $999 brand new.
Yeah, just curious. It seemed to me it was about the same price point as the 991A and the $1,200 to $1,500 range. Cool. Very good. I hate it though. I hate it because I don't have an ICOM, so I hate ICOM. No. All I have is you're talking about the D-Star thingy? I got it, but it's not mine. That's Jack's. Yeah, well, he thinks he's getting it back, you know. Oh no, he's doing fine. Anyway, that was Joel up in the West End. Kilo Oscar 4, Oscar Tango Victor. Who else is west? West or south? West, south, or east? North to Alaska. Please come down. Nobody north? Ah, I hear you. Little raggedy, but I hear you. Yeah, no, I can hear you. You're right down there at the low end. Copy them. Very good. That was Kevin. Kilo Go 4, Mike India Zulu in I was copying Kevin. Okay, so you were able to hear him. Good. Over there. Kevin, Greg's hearing you over there in yeah, you might have jumped off there. Anyway, who else is any place anywhere? What did you say? Oh yeah, well, I agree. Unfortunately, the movies today, you start to sound like an old man, but I don't need 80% special effects in a movie for me to like it.
Yeah, and I think that one probably had about 8 making cameos.
Well, yeah, a lot of those old movies did, because there was a lot of those players back then were all they were studios owned them, you know. I don't recall. I'll have to look at that again. I mean, I forgot what it was all about. I just remember the movie. In fact, if there was even a song, North to Alaska. I know it, and songs do get stuck in my. Who else? Any place, anywhere? All right, we haven't got any more. We had 5 or 5. Is there anybody can hear stations I can't hear? All righty, we're going to move on to 2.415, and we'll see you there. K4P, dude. This is Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey on that here on 144, excuse me, 223.415. I think I am anyway. Yep. Besides Greg, who's all right, hold on one second. Got Jack, KG4, ILV. I think I heard Greg in there, Kilo Delta 4. I heard Tony in there, KF4, KFQ. Who else? Surprised I don't hear Greg, not Greg, but Kevin in there. No? Wow. On 6 meters? Or I'm sorry, on 2 meters or huh? Interesting. Yeah, we had no, I did not hear you in there either. So you did you oh wow. Better check your antenna, see what's out there. Well, it was out there because you're on 2 meters FM, so I'm pretty sure you were there. Well, very good. We got anybody else in there? All righty, we're stuck with 4. Stuck is not it's a bad word. KFPW myself, Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor, and that's Jack in Donaldson, and then Greg, Kilo in Antioch, and Tony, KF4, KFQ in Smyrna. Anybody else? Oh, wow. All right, so we got KO. I have my relay. He only gets a half a point for that. And you get a half a point too for an assist. All right, yeah, I got you. I was watching Kevin, Kilo Go for Mike, India Zulu, and I got you in there. Did you try to call out earlier? Well, when the wind blows, you just got to talking at it direct. Well, it's funny what you say that, but it's true. When really it's too way out on the outskirts, like it's not like you're out in East Tennessee. But the fact is, the majority of the people live west of you. And that's why, for me, it's easier, so to speak. And I get a great coverage all over, over Davidson County. Yeah, very good. That was Kevin over there in Lebanon. Anybody else? Anybody else got anything good for the net? Facebook, there's not much else to see. So, Philip, you never checked in K4P. Hey, I noticed on the Facebook the thing going out there, which I just shut down. And Philip out there in Tucker's Crossroads was monitoring that on Facebook, so I can see if he doesn't check in. So I don't know, should I write him down as a check-in? Yeah, well, yeah, well, again, I don't know. we got too much technology going on here with our special effects.
So just checking that Michael is that we accept. I think we should.
You notice I don't give out prizes, he does.
Yeah, I don't know. We can talk bad about him. I don't know about those.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, we just you ought to have a collection of people. You just say they checked in. They check in early, or they. He's the only one. I could be the only one to hear him. Yeah, did you hear any more about him? Because I gave him a note and I didn't hear back from him. Well, that's natural for me. Yeah, none of that's any fun. All right, let me get 2 feet here. So no sense just chit chat in here, chit chat, whatever, talking here. So I'm gonna shut that down. Everybody, good night, everybody. YouTube K4P.